Okay, good afternoon. So today I've got one easy tip for you to use your change, right? The change that you get when you go and buy stuff with cash. To use that change as a hedge against inflation and earn a return on that. So let me go into a little bit of detail. The change that we use, the quarters, dimes, nickels, pennies, all those change that we use as money, it actually has some value in the sense that they use metal to mint those coins. Now, they don't use the same metal they used in the past. For instance, a pre 1982 penny has enough copper in it that it's actually worth 3 cents. So if you were to melt the coins down and sell the copper, you'd actually get more money than the face value of the penny. Now, I'm not encouraging you to do that. It's actually illegal to melt down coins. But I'm just using that as an example because a lot of coins have metal in them. Today, some of the coins, they don't have enough metal to make them worth more than what their face value is, but they have some metal. So for instance, a nickel has some nickel on it, but it's mostly copper. But over time, as inflation continues to erode the purchasing power of our currency, that change will be worth more and may be worth more than the face value of the coins themselves. There's also coins that are called junk silver, and a lot of these are quarters or dimes that were minted prior to 1965. So if you have these, they are not only worth more than their face value, but they're worth something as a long-term inflation hedge. They can be used to buy things that are smaller expenses. You know that I'm a big advocate of investing in gold and silver coins, but if you actually needed to buy something with them, right? If we were to experience a currency crisis and the dollar were to devalue rapidly, it might be difficult to go to a grocery store and use a silver coin, which might be worth 40 or 50 or even $100 to buy a loaf of bread, right? Because they're not going to be able to necessarily give you change for that. Whereas if you're using that loose change, that might be a little bit more viable way to make small purchases. And having some of that is worth money anyway. Even if we don't have a currency crisis, you can still use the change if you need to. So you're not really doing anything that you wouldn't otherwise do. You're just hanging on to change that's worth something anyway. So please post a question or a comment. Send me a private message if you want to talk about it privately. I always enjoy reading your comments. And until next time, I wish you unlimited success.